Hi, this is Cynthia Howard. Welcome to my show. Today is Friday, August 26, 2016, and we're broadcasting from our studio in Claremont, New Hampshire. And today we also are talking about hot button issues that occur on what we call as Furious Friday. We'll be talking about things that are happening locally, statewide, and nationally. I am the founder of Citizens for Lower Taxes. Also, you can reach me on my web pages, ccltgroup.webs.com, Cindy Tea Time on Twitter, and on Facebook, I'm CindyCool09. And if there's anything controversial, you can always let me know and we'll follow up, and maybe we'll do a show on it. Or if you have a question, maybe we'll answer your questions, or maybe you can call us in the future when we have that set up. Now, this week, there's been a lot of things going on. I was pleased to and had the opportunity to attend the Trump for President rally in Manchester yesterday. As you know, I'm Sullivan County co-chair for Donald Trump's campaign, and my husband is also the other co-chair in Sullivan County, which make up 14 towns in one city, the city of Claremont, with 3 wards. During the primary, we won it by a landslide. We did very well, and we hope to do the same in the general election. But you have to all come out there on Tuesday, November 8th, and be sure to vote for Mr. Trump. The choice is clear. Do you want to go toward more socialism, or do you want to continue on another path, the path of freedom? Path of freedom in your lives, freedom in your workplace, freedom of choice for schools, restoring your constitutional rights for every American, or do you want to go backwards into tyranny? And I think the choice is clear. We want to stay in freedom. We want to move away from this tyrannical government. We want to move away from socialism that we've been going on the path for 8 years on with Barack Obama, and probably during the Clinton years as well, and it's having an effect on us after 20 years with those unfair trade agreements known as NAFTA, CAFTA, and GATT, and the World Trade Organization. All the jobs have been shipped overseas, and in some countries, as in China, it's about $500 billion trade deficit. And as our country continues to decline, with more regulations, more taxation, the jobs will continue to go overseas, and we will have less of a tax base, and we'll all be paying more taxes, and we'll also have to abide by more regulations, and it will be very, very difficult to live in this country if we elect the liberal Democrat Hillary Clinton, which we don't want to do. So I do hope you come out there and vote on Tuesday, November 8th, and continue to talk to your family and friends and make sure they do the same. And consider joining Team Trump. I can be reached in Sullivan County at cindycool09@yahoo.com or 603-543-1372. And help us out here. We need to have as many boots on the ground. We need to have an army out there fighting for Mr. Trump, whether it's knocking door to door and talking to people. We have a door-knocking app through Advantage, or whether it's calling family and friends or people in Sullivan County or around the state. We're also going to be starting that again as we did in the primary. Or if you want to just distribute signs, you can feel free to do that as well. We do have monthly meetings in Claremont, or in Newport we've been having weekly meetings with the door-to-door application with Advantage at Dunkin' Donuts. This Sunday it will be held at noontime, and come over for some free donuts, and we can do some talk. We can talk Trump, or you can wait till we have one of our monthly meetings, usually at the Imperial. It'll be probably on a Tuesday more than likely, and I will let you know when that occurs. And we all get together and we talk about some of the issues facing the campaign, or how we can get more people involved, or perhaps more people will come out and sign up to volunteer. And that's our goal, to get as many ground troops on the ground as possible to spread the word of Donald Trump and freedom and real change that we need in this country that we haven't experienced in probably 50 or 60 years, to stop globalism, to make America strong again, to keep America first again, to make America great again, to make America safe again, to restore our constitutional freedoms, to stop ISIS, to stop being the policemen of the world and keep our own borders safe and keep illegals and drugs from coming in across our southern border and killing our kids, to cut the nation's debt, to stop waste, fraud, and abuse in our country, which no one has talked about for some time, but yet Donald Trump is talking about that, and he is for limited government. He is a conservative. He believes that family is probably the strongest thing in our country, that we need to restore the family nucleus, and we will have a much better country. We need to cut spending in our government. We need to stop the waste. We need to restore our gun rights so that we can protect ourselves, and that's what the founders put the Second Amendment in place for our protection, not for somebody that has a problem, a serious problem, but for people to actually protect themselves, or for them to enjoy themselves and go hunting, or stop the encroachment of tyrannical government so we can protect ourselves on our own property. And that was put in the Second Amendment, the place for us to protect ourselves. And people don't realize how important that Second Amendment is. The right of the people to be secure in their persons and their property, as well as to protect themselves, is probably one of the strongest amendments out there next to freedom of speech, or the right to protest, or the right to assembly, or freedom of religion. It's all in that same category, and it's important that we have a president like Mr. Trump who will protect our Second Amendment. He's a strong proponent of that. And also to prevent foreigners from coming in, vet the ones that are coming in from the terrorist regimes so that they don't continue to build a group over here and continue to attack innocent American citizens. And it has been done in the past. It was called the McCarran-Walter Act that was passed in the 1950s when President Eisenhower had Operation Wetback, when he rounded up a bunch of Mexicans who were causing destruction in our country, and to stop them from coming in across our borders. So it was done in the past, and if we have to go to that extreme, we will, to stop all the illegals and the drugs from coming in across the border. And if we don't secure our border, we won't have a country. In fact, when I first heard Mr. Trump speak 2 years ago, he talked about that. Either we have a country or we don't. And if you don't put things in place to stop evil and to stop the bad things or bad people from coming in, you will not have a country. So we're at that point. We're at that tipping point, and I think it's a very crucial election. That's why you need to get out there and you need to vote. And the silent majority is alive and well, because when we were at the rally here yesterday in Manchester at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, it was sort of a quick rally that was organized pretty much on the spur of the moment. He had another rally that was scheduled that was discontinued for whatever reason, and he decided to come to New Hampshire and host the rally. And Dr. Ben Carson was with him, and the crowd was just so enthusiastic, so passionate. They were jumping for joy. They were screaming, "Lock her up," meaning Hillary Clinton, "Lock her up." They've awakened. Silent majority has awakened to all the nonsense that has gone on for years, to how the abuse of power has been destroying the people of this country, because middle class no longer gets what they want. It's just a select group of crony capitalists or friends or lobbyists of the candidates or the politicians. And that was the crux of Mr. Trump's message yesterday, that it's time that we do what the people want, not elect someone like Hillary Clinton who's going to just do what the other politicians want, or what the lobbyists want, or what the special interests want, so that her coffers get bigger and bigger, and our wallets get smaller and smaller. And Mr. Trump is the only choice we have, and Mr. Trump will do the will of the people. He's spoken about that strongly. He is giving up a lot. He's sacrificing a lot on this campaign. Time away from his family, his home, and his business. But to him, it's worth it. And that's what a citizen means, that you have to sometimes sacrifice to save your country. And that's what he's doing, saving his country. He will be stopping all this foreign intervention in our country and restoring the power back to the people, back as a sovereign nation. And I hope you keep that in mind when you go out to vote Tuesday, November 8th. There's definitely a choice. You have Clinton, who wants more globalism, more trading with foreign countries. Even though she says she's against the Trans-Pacific Partnership, you can almost bet that she will be for it down the line because Barack Obama's for it. And her husband is the one that implemented those other trade agreements. So based on that, based on her past history, based on her relationship with the Clinton Global Initiative, which is the foundation, and special favors and meetings with foreign dignitaries so that they get what they want and you don't get what you want, it will happen again. And she will continue this little recklessness of continuing globalism as under her watch as president. And it won't be as President Trump would. I'm calling him President Trump because I have a feeling that there's a silent majority out there that will vote him in. They're sitting back. They're not really saying nothing unless they go to the rallies and they're all riled up and enthusiastic and they're so sick and tired of everything and they've had enough that they express those feelings loud and clear when he speaks. Lock her up. Oh, we've had enough. Go Trump, go. Those are the slogans that they repeat tirelessly time and time again, and I think they will come out in droves on Tuesday, November 8th, and echo those sentiments as they echoed in the primary. Mr. Trump says, yeah, we will do everything we did just like we did in the primary. We won in the primary, and we will win in November that way. And he said, if I win, this is what I plan to do. But a lot of the people in the audience said, it's not if you win, it's when you win. And he said, we have nothing to lose by electing him, and you have everything to lose by knowing what Hillary Clinton's past has been and what her future will be. Well, you know what? I can add something in. No, we have nothing to lose to elect Donald Trump. But we have everything to gain. And it's a true choice between keeping your country strong, keeping America first, or giving up your authority as citizens to this global initiative that will help the foreign countries. She will help the foreign countries before she helps us. She's already done that. All that money either comes or goes to foreign interests. It doesn't go to help poor people in the inner cities. It doesn't help people to find jobs. It doesn't help people to build homes like President Carter had established Habitat for Humanity. She hasn't done any of that. The money is foreign first, the foreign officials first, and American people last. Contrary to what she says or what she believes, she's a liar. So we can't let her get back into the White House. We can't let her get back into power. And the only way you can do that is get your friends and your families involved and stop her on Tuesday, November 8th by electing Donald J. Trump. And he will truly make America great again. And it's going to take a lot of work, and he has the tenacity, he has the strength to get it done. He's proven that in the private sector, and I know he will do it in the public sector as well. We must give him a chance. We must help him out. We must stand beside him with boots on the ground. And together, we will accomplish a lot. Thank you for listening. I'm Cindy Teatime on Twitter.com, CindyCool09 on Facebook, CindyCool09@yahoo.com if you want to email me. If you want to call me, I'm area code 603-543-1372 or 306-5627 on my cell phone. Or you can always go to DonaldJTrump.com to see his latest schedule or his opinions or positions on different policies, or read his book, Crippled America, and you'll get a better indication of where he's going with this country. Thank you for listening.